I don't know how to say this, but this is a budget and mid-range Alienware. Let's review Alienware Aurora 16X. Hello everyone and welcome back to Binosha Tech channel. I'm Amin Khaliqi and today we're gonna review this laptop. Alienware Aurora 16X, one of the best mid-range laptops in the market right now. And I have a feeling, let me say, Alienware has made a new mid-range gaming laptop to replace the Dell G15 series. Why shouldn't they do it? Because Alienware can make great gaming laptops and Dell changed their whole lineup with their new naming. And I can say this laptop is a huge step up compared to Dell G15 from previous years. But before starting the review, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and ring the bell icon so you won't miss our next videos. Let's start the review with body and chassis design. When I first saw a picture of the Aurora 16X, I'll be honest, I was worried. It looked cheap, like Alienware was cutting corners and ditching that premium feel. But after spending some serious hands-on time, I can confirm my initial disappointment was completely wrong. The build quality here is excellent. For a laptop targeting the mid-range, this feels as premium as anything else on the market. But let's talk connectivity. We have 4 USB ports, which is fine, but they are not all created equal. We got 2 high-speed Type-C ports, one of which thankfully has full Thunderbolt 4 connectivity, but the other 2 USB Type-A ports are a bit disappointing at 5 gigabits per second. It is fine, but I expect more from Alienware. We have HDMI 2.1 and RJ45 and a charging port for this laptop, which is good, but I have some problems here. We have RJ45 on the side and Type-C ports on the back. Why is that? RJ45 always has bulky cables connecting to it, but Type-C is more relevant and more useful and commonly used by anyone. I want to see my USB Type-C port when I'm using my laptop because I want to use it on the sides like other laptops. It's great that we have HDMI and charging ports on the back, and I think they should put this RJ45 on the back too instead of those 2 Type-C ports. The charging brick is a little small, around 180 watts. I was concerned about this, knowing how power hungry the CPU in this laptop is. But honestly, we had no battery draining issues during testing, so it works great. So what about the keyboards? We have a full-sized keyboard that has a fantastic and tactile feel to it. I genuinely enjoyed typing and gaming on this. But one tiny disappointment for an Alienware, we only got single zone RGB. I really wanted to see at least a 4-zone setup here. And you can configure RGB lighting through Alienware Command Center software. The trackpad is good, but I wish it was sized a bit bigger for this 16-inch chassis. Unfortunately, there is one single downside here: the anchor holding this laptop back. The weight. At 2.6 kilograms, the Aurora 16X is one of the heaviest 16-inch laptops I've ever used this year. This is a trade-off you have to consider. For this section, I can give this laptop an 8 out of 10, which means it got the perfect score, but there are some sacrifices here. So what about the screen? We have a 2.5K 16-inch 16 by 10 500 nits of brightness at 240 Hz display here, which is great. It has great color accuracy at 100% of sRGB and almost 100% of DCI-P3 claimed by Alienware, and I can say up to 85% of Adobe RGB, which means you can game on this laptop without a problem. You can watch movies or using as entertainment without a problem easily. And also, you can edit photos and videos without a problem, without thinking twice, because this laptop has great color accuracy for color correction works too. And I will give it a 9 out of 10 score for this section because there are better OLED options on the market right now, and some people may prefer IPS panels, but we got to say, OLED is better than IPS. So what about performance? We have the Intel Core Ultra 9 275HX processor paired with Nvidia RTX 5060 at 115 watts of TGP. And we are rocking 32 GB of RAM for this laptop that you can upgrade up to 64 or even 96 GB. And also the SSD we have here is 1 TB and you can upgrade it too. This is a powerful combination and it needs a serious cooling. Alienware provided a dual fan cooling system with robust heat pipes. And I can say confidently that it does a fantastic job here. Thermal dissipation is easy and the ecosystem and the system handles the Ultra 9 CPU without throttling or excessive noise. So what about the benchmarks and real-world gaming? Everything was exactly as we expected from this high-powered pairing. Like in CMH R23, we got more than 33,000 scores, almost 33,500 scores in multi-core. You can say is a bit low compared to other laptops, but they are all 18-inch models, and this is pretty regular in 16-inch gaming laptops. We also tested CineMesh 2024 in this machine, and we got almost 2,000 scores on the multi-core and 130 in the single core, which is one of the best single core scores we've ever seen. As for the Geekbench, we got almost 20,000 scores in multi-core, which is good. And for the Time Spy, we got more than 12,600 scores, which is great. I mean, this is one of the best 5060s, but the score is relatively similar to other 5060 laptops, but it is great. Anyway, what about Steel Nomad? We got more than 2,700 scores, and for the Blender, we got more than 3,500 scores, which is great. We also tested the SSD speeds on this machine, and we got 6.1 GB for the read and 5.3 GB for the write. As I said earlier, you can upgrade the SSD to have better speeds anyway. What about Adobe applications? We tested Adobe Premiere in this machine and we got 3 minutes and 37 seconds of render time. And for Adobe After Effects, we got 4 minutes and 7 seconds, which is good. I mean, this laptop can handle content creation workloads without a problem, which is a good sign. We got great results in Cyberpunk 2077 with more than 110 FPS in average, which is good, but there is a huge but here. We can see better results with 5060 on other laptops, but is it too low? It is not. It's the same story for Fragpunk. Although Fragpunk is a CPU-heavy title, we got great results here, and you can get up to 760 FPS if you want. We also tested Red Dead Redemption 2 in this laptop in 2 different scenarios, and we got more than 70 FPS in average, which is good. It's the same story for Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 2 different scenarios. We got more than 100 FPS in average. And for the Wukong, we tested this game in 3 different scenarios, and we got more than 100 FPS in average in recommended, which is good. And for Marvel Rivals, we got almost 100 FPS in average in low preset, which is good. We also tested Battlefield 6, and we got more than 70 FPS in average, which is a good result, I can say. And Battlefield 6 is not that optimized, and this laptop can handle this game pretty well. At the end, I should say, it chewed through all our modern titles and creator workloads with ease. When a laptop delivers exactly what the specs promise and does it while keeping thermal in check, you can't ask for more. A perfect 10 out of 10 for performance. No compromises here. But I will take 1 score. I gave it 10, but I will take 1 score because it's a bit more expensive compared to other laptops at this price range. I mean, this laptop can be comparable to Asus TUF or Lenovo Legion, but it is not comparable to, I can say, Asus ROG G615. That laptop has performed a bit better compared to this one, and because of that, I will give it a 9 out of 10. So, what about speakers, webcam, and battery life? The speakers are great. They are not the best I've heard, but they are one of the best among its category in mid-range gaming laptops. So this is the webcam quality of Alienware Aurora 16X. What do you think about it? I think it has a great webcam quality consider the 1080p sensor. And what do you think about it? I think it's well enough. And also it has a Windows Hello Face unlock, and that's a bit unfortunate that we couldn't get shutter switch off on the webcam, but it is okay. But here's the real surprise. The battery life of this laptop with a 95 watt-hour battery and Core Ultra 9 CPU, it's a power-hungry CPU, is about 6 to 7 hours. I mean, we can get around 4 hours of battery life out of other gaming laptops, but with this one, you can get 7 hours of battery life, which is great, and they've done a great job here. Thank you. I wish we could have a model with HX 370 Ryzen 9, because with that CPU, I think we could get even better battery life, like 15 hours or something like that, but we can't have it. So, what's the final verdict on the Alienware Aurora 16X? Alienware has successfully delivered on their promise to enter the mid-range market with a high-end feel. You get a phenomenal design, top-tier performance, excellent cooling, and surprisingly great battery life. My one single recurring downside is that 2.6 kilogram weight. So, what do you think about this laptop? Do you want to buy it or not? Do you own it? What's your experience? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!